Editing, the unsung hero of creative flow. Writers often romanticize the act of creation, late nights at the keyboard, bursts of inspiration, coffee-stained notebooks. But the real magic of writing isn't in the first draft, it's in the editing. The truth is, editing isn't just about fixing mistakes, it's the scaffolding that holds your creative flow together. Great writing is less about perfection in the first round and more about refining raw ideas into something impactful. Think of the first draft as a lump of clay. It's full of potential, sure, but it's the sculptor's careful hands, your editing process, that reveal the masterpiece within. Without editing, that lump of clay remains exactly that, potential unrealized. The flow paradox. Creativity thrives in flow, that magical state where time melts away and the words pour out faster than you can type. Flow is intoxicating, but it's fragile. Editing is often misunderstood as the great flow killer, the thing that disrupts creativity. It's not. Done right, editing isn't an interruption. It's the second act of flow. Why? Because editing forces you to see your work through a different lens. When you write, you're in the weeds, emotionally tied to every phrase and metaphor. Editing pulls you back, offering the clarity and perspective needed to shape a cohesive narrative. It's the mechanism by which your creative bursts become coherent, impactful work. 2 mindsets, 1 goal. There are 2 kinds of writers, those who edit as they write and those who save editing for later. Neither is wrong, but the most successful writers find a balance. When you're drafting, give yourself permission to be messy. Chase tangents. Write the bad sentences. Editing then becomes the process of carving structure out of chaos. The key is to recognize that these are 2 different mindsets. Writing is emotional. Editing is analytical. Writing is about pouring out your ideas. Editing is about making those ideas palatable to someone who didn't live inside your head while you were creating them. Editing is about the reader. At its core, editing isn't about you, it's about the audience. When you edit, you're asking the hard questions. Does this make sense? Is the structure logical? Are there sentences that look nice on the page but don't add value? Every cut you make is a gift to your reader. Brevity shows respect. Clarity demonstrates care. The tighter you're writing, the easier it is for the reader to stay immersed in the flow you've worked so hard to create. Editing as a ritual. Make editing part of your creative process, not an afterthought. Set your work aside before diving into revisions. Fresh eyes make a world of difference. Read aloud to catch awkward phrasing. Ruthlessly delete what doesn't serve the piece. And remember, editing isn't about being a perfectionist. It's about making the experience seamless for the reader. Creative flow isn't just about how you start. It's about how you finish. Writing gets you in the door, but editing keeps you in the room. Stop treating editing like a chore. It's not the enemy of your flow. It's the ally that turns your good ideas into great ones. Thanks for listening. Catch the Quiet Quotient on all your favorite podcast platforms and connect with me on my LinkedIn page.